Today I've got the keys to the most underrated and underappreciated bakkie in our market. This is the Mitsubishi Triton. Let me tell you all about it. The Triton was a much loved bakkie, especially when it was called the Colt. People loved it because it had the V6 engine in it and it just did so well. People generally appreciated it. But then when Mitsubishi changed over to the rounder look, when they started calling this the Triton in our market, that's when it seems like sales went down. However, if you've been a lover of the Colt, I think you shouldn't overlook this. What I'm driving today is the GLS spec. This one sits just in the middle of the workhorse GL variant and the more top of the range edition 46, which that one is meant for people who love camping, overlanding, that lifestyle, as well as the more extreme version. Now if you know me, you know that I love this bakkie. I praise it for what it is, I praise it for what it offers, and for the value for money aspect. So up front it comes with the aggressive design, which people, when this came out, people were very critical. They said they are not a fan of the Mitsubishi design with the LED headlights that, you know, seem or look squinted. However, if you've been following the news lately, you would have noticed that the Hilux used the same approach. The new Navara, which is based on this Triton in Australia, also has the same looks, as well as I think the JAC. If you look at the lights, especially the daytime running lights, they mimic what we have here. So this is a complete overhaul, definitely different from the outgoing model, and I think this should be appreciated and this should be received very well. I think people are still warming up to it. But on the outside, you get full LED daytime running lights as well as headlights. You get chrome all over on the GLS spec. Chrome up front, the mirrors on the sides are also chrome. As standard, you get 18-inch alloy wheels, which this one doesn't have. This one has aftermarket rims, which actually make it really look good. I think the design of this just looks nice and aggressive. You can do so much with this bakkie. Moving to the back, there's not much happening there apart from the tail lights that are LED. Looks different from the outgoing model, and you do get a step to help you get into the bakkie. There are no lights, none of those fancy features in the back, which I think Mitsubishi can improve and work on. But if you do want the soft close, they can spec that for you. Now when you come to the inside, let me start with the rear. It's quite comfortable. You do get leather interior on this GLS spec, very comfortable seats. The space is also a huge improvement from the previous generation. There's enough leg room for taller passengers in the back. You do get your seat belts in there. There's a cup holder in the middle. The door bins also have bottle holders, which are sufficient enough. You do get two USB ports as well as a 12-volt socket in the back. So in terms of standard features in a bakkie in the rear, this is quite comfortable. The doors are also comfortable. You do get some gloss black material, but it's very standard from what you expect in a bakkie. From the front, they've upgraded the infotainment system. It's an 8-inch now, supports Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It's touchscreen. It's nice, legible, it's big. And what they say they've done with this interior is that they've given it buttons so that even if you've got gloves on and you're working with this vehicle, the things are easy to touch. You get dual zone climate control, very cool aircon. It's nice and cold, especially on this hot day. There are buttons everywhere. Your volume is buttons. You get a very nice feeling leather steering wheel with your cruise control settings, so multifunctional. You can control so much on here. I like the gray or the silver that they've included all over inside the vehicle as well as by the steering wheel. It's just a nice feeling vehicle. The seats in the front are also very comfortable. They've got good bolstering. The driver does get a electronic adjustable seat, so that is nice in terms of luxury features. You get 6 speakers in here, so the sound is good. And yeah, you can see that I'm driving a manual. The GLS, you can get it as a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed auto. And while I'm talking about the transmission, the engine is a 2.4 improved MyVac engine. It comes with 135 kilowatts as well as 430 Newton meters of torque. Now, on paper, that doesn't look like much power, but the previous gen Triton cooked all other 2-liter variants from all the other manufacturers. That thing had similar power and it looked like it was slow, but when they drag raced it, it outran even the more powerful bi-turbo 2 liters that produced 150 kilowatts and 500 Newton meters of torque. So it's not slow. In terms of off-roading 4x4 stuff, you get the Super Select 4x4 system in here. So what that allows you to do is you are able to run in 4x4 on sealed surfaces. Like if the road is wet or oily or whatever, slippery, you engage one of the 7 driving modes, and on the tarred road you just go. And it's one of 2 Bakkies that actually do this. This feature, you also get it in the V6 Ford Ranger, but Super Select has been with Mitsubishi for the longest time, and it's such a good feature. It's a safety feature, especially when you've got your family in here, you're towing and you're on the highway and it becomes slippery from rain or whatsoever. It's so good. Oh, look, there's another Triton. Yeah, I hope this vehicle becomes popular. The driving comfort is smooth, especially on this 6-speed manual gearbox. It doesn't even feel like I'm driving a manual. And when you're pulling, it doesn't play. Like, look at this. It's not short of power, especially in the first gear. It just moves. So Mitsubishi have really done a good job. I genuinely love how this Bakkie looks. I love how it feels. I am probably biased reviewing this vehicle because I'm such a huge fan of this car, and I don't know why anyone would overlook this. Maybe because of the design, but if you look at the Japanese vehicles, most of them are moving towards this design language. Again, I did mention the Hilux. If you look at it, it has the same looks, and even with that, it will still sell very well. Safety features that I didn't mention, it's got more than enough airbags. I believe it's 7. It has a reverse camera. It has parking sensors. It's just a safe vehicle. So whether you want to use this for your family, if you're considering looking at this, I would advise you to come make a turn at Mitsubishi Namibia. Andre, who was lovely and allowed me to review this vehicle, such a legend, he will assist you so well. This vehicle, and I'm not even trying to sell, I don't know what to say, because I'm quite disappointed that I don't see a lot of these vehicles on the market. It has one of the best warranties in the market. It has the lowest claims when it comes to warranty claims, one of the lowest. And that tells you something. When people think of reliable vehicles, there are like at least 2 other brands that they think of, and they don't think of Mitsubishi. But if you go into their history and you look at how this vehicle has been developed, what they've been doing with this brand, from the Pajero, people loved the Pajero. Maybe it's the design language that people don't appreciate, but do come test drive this if you're in the market for a Bakkie. I know I'm raving on because this is like one of my favorite Bakkies. Again, I'll say that. It has more than enough features. In this GLS spec, it's just proper. And something that I forgot to mention are these rooftop mounted air vents. Most Bakkies would mount them down here by the feet, so your passengers would basically be feeling the air from their feet. But what this does is it pulls the air from the front and then it pumps it down onto your face, which is such a nice feature. It tows well, about 3.5 tons, and your load capacity, what you can load in the back, is around 960 kilograms if I'm not mistaken. So if you're looking for a Bakkie that does Bakkie things, you can't go wrong with this. Thank you for watching the video. Do subscribe, do recommend my channel. See you in the next one.